Nice to meet you.
Really happy to have you there. Interlace positions white label cards payment tool. Can you share what sets this card apart from the competitors?
Yeah, so I think Interlace is in the stablecoin card issuing business, right? So we've been doing this for the company's been around for about 6 years at this point. So one of our key advantages, it really is not birth out of the most recent stablecoin waves, right? We have the infrastructure already built. We have the financial institution partners already built. We already have volume in the market, and we have many, many clients that's proven, battle tested with our products, right? So I think number one, that's a key differentiator of ourselves. Number two really is in the coverage that we have globally, right? We have a headquarter here in Singapore. We have offices in Hangzhou and US around the world. And we intend to serve clients globally as well, as opposed to very specific regions. And that means converting to a product, we have a portfolio of bins around the world that allows our clients to work with us in many, many different ways.
Thank you. Building enterprise-friendly stablecoin rails is a technical and regulatory challenge. What was the most unexpected obstacle you encountered when creating them?
Yeah, so there are certainly a lot of challenges. I don't think there were any that were super unexpected. So if we take technical challenge as one point, it's actually okay technically. The more complex one was regulatory challenge, because what we do really is to bridge Web3 world as well as the Web2 traditional payment rails. So we work with existing banks, we work with Visa, MasterCard network to be able to offer the product. And their regulations, the rule sets are very clear and very, very, very detailed. So how are we able to take the rules and the data and the users in the Web3 space and connecting them to those Web2 rule sets? I would say that's the bit that takes the most amount of detailed work. I don't think it's an unanswerable question. It's just a very detailed, considered work. Yeah.
Thank you. How do you see the integration of fiat, crypto, and stablecoins reshaping enterprise treasury management over the next few years?
Yeah, so at Interlace, our vision and our purpose really is to help onboard the next billion users of stablecoin, right? And we believe that could happen in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, definitely, hopefully so. So where we see the world in the future is for businesses, when they look at their books, stablecoin is one of the currencies that they will support, whether it's USD denominated or Hong Kong dollars or Singapore or Euro denominated stablecoins at a later stage. To get to that place, we believe a lot of incumbent players will need help from an infrastructure provider perspective, and this is where Interlace can come in.
Yeah. For enterprises new to Web3 payments, what misconceptions do you find most common, and how does Interlace help them navigate the same?
So I think the most common question that they ask is, how can we establish trust in this process? As I mentioned earlier, in established markets and financial institutions, trust is defined very clearly as KYC standard, KYB standard, like the trust in the entity you work with, the trust in your technology ability and cyber, and then the trust in where the funds are coming from. So establishing trust seems like a very, very difficult problem and big problem, but it actually kind of breaks down into those four pillars. So the trick really is, how do we take the Web3 data that exists and apply them into these pillars to apply the trust to be able to solve this problem. I think a lot of institutions are struggling with this, but I think there's a framework already existing to help us think about it.
Yeah, and the last question. Looking ahead, do you envision Interlace as a primarily technological provider, a regulatory partner, or strategic growth enabler for enterprises, or all three of them?
I would definitely say all three of the above, but I would latch on the strategic growth partner. For a lot of new entrants coming into the market, they may have a focus on a specific market, they may have a focus on a specific product, but they are going to need the banking stack. They're going to need card as a service. And this is where we can come in, as opposed to you starting a company, building it from scratch, taking 6 months, 8 months to go to market. You can integrate our API, go to market in 4 weeks, right? So this is where we're the accelerator in this process. Now, if we're working with a cross-border business, they may not even want to touch these kind of consumer-facing products, but they need functional banking rails, payment rails using stablecoin. In those cases, we're the technology or solutions provider, right? So we really see, depending on who we want to work with, our roles shifts a little bit. But again, our vision is to make sure stablecoin becomes widely adopted and welcome the next billion users in the world.